Howdy y'all, Big Country here with Big Country Survival. So, this is a video response to the Midwest Prepper. And his video, 35 and younger can't cook, or don't cook, I can't remember the exact. Anyway, it's about gender roles, 35 and younger can't cook. As a 27, I almost said 25, taking a couple years off, but as a 27-year-old man who knows how to cook, I agree with him for the most part. You know, a lot of people in my generation don't know how to cook. And let's be quite honest, there's a lot of people that are the parents of my generation, so whatever generation that would be. So I'm technically the millennial generation, so whoever it was that was the, the parents of the millennial generation, they didn't know how to cook either. A lot of them didn't, or they just didn't. But now, this is not inherently, this is one of those deals, and I hate taking blame off, but this is not the problem. Initially, like a big disservice was done to the millennial generation by their parents for not teaching their children how to cook. No, you threw them in front of a video game console or whatever, or the TV, and mom just cooked and or got takeout, because that's the household my wife was raised in. They ate out a lot. Like, if anyone cooked, it was her dad. Her mom didn't cook, and she didn't cook. She went and ate out. She still does. They both still do. Like my in-laws, they eat out all the time. They don't cook. So what do you do about that? Well, first off, it's gonna come down to the millennial generation's gonna have to fix that. Alright, the reason that we don't know how to cook isn't all our fault. I get it. Alright, now, so millennials, you have to pull your own heads out of your butts and start cooking for yourself. I mean, I had a good upbringing in that sense, and that, okay, I would, from the time I still needed a stool, like a two-step step stool, to get up to the counter to help mom bake cookies or biscuits or whatever. And so I would do that, and I would, even like when I was like 5, 6 years old, I was helping stir. Like, I'd help, stir the spaghetti. Stir the spaghetti sauce that mom was making, I would help do that, like, at that age. I mean, as a boy, right? So how much more so should it be gender roles if you got a young girl, a young lady, right? How much more so? All right, there's nothing wrong, with men cooking, and there's nothing wrong with, it should be encouraged for both men and women to know how to cook. Just like it should be encouraged for both men and women to know how to change the oil. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to change my wife's, the oil in my wife's car 90% of the time, or 99.999% of the time. It doesn't mean that. But it's good for her to know how to do it, just like it's good, she's the primary cook in the house, and it's I'm going to help her in the kitchen. I'm going to help her clean up afterwards, but it's, it's her responsibility, but I help, right? But I knew how to cook a lot younger than she did. So to kind of help her in that regards, I did get her a cookbook, and we've used it a fair bit, actually. It's been used. I mean, they've got some good recipes here. But and it goes into all right, here it is. It's made. The book is by a woman named Pamela Elgin. The 5-ingredient college cookbook. Now I have to say this has been a fairly good good little cookbook. Some recipes you don't use, some recipes you do. Everything that my wife or I, either one, have made of this has been pretty good. It goes clear through, like complete meal preps, everything from, breakfast clear on down to desserts and, get together kind of food, like guacamole and salsa and stuff, and it shows you how to make it. It's got a recipe for marinara sauce, make your own, spaghetti sauce, stuff like that. And that's good. And that's really good. And it's 5 ingredients or less. I would say this should be given to young ladies specifically, and as well as young men. Like you should be using this as a child, like at least 10 or 11, maybe 12. 12 at the latest. Because this is, everything here is well within the capabilities of an 11 or 12-year-old. Maybe for some, a 10-year-old. But at least 11 or 12. Because, let's be quite honest, and this is absolutely not a dig on Miss Pamela Elgin, because she wouldn't have put it in here if there wasn't a need for it. But let's be honest, if you have made it to 18, or if your children have made it to 18, and they require a recipe for basic scrambled eggs, you have failed as a parent. You have. I knew how to make scrambled eggs before I was 10 years old, at least. I mean, I was making scrambled eggs, or younger than 10. I don't know exactly when, but it's been that young. Like, if you are 18 and you need a recipe for scrambled eggs, you need help. So, yeah, it might be partially, your parents' fault. And that's cool. You can admit that. You can accept that, right? I accepted, for most of y'all, that it's probably your parents' fault. That being said, you're a grown adult now. It's time to pull your head out of your rear end and get into the kitchen, guys and gals. It's time to start cooking again. Like, we got Make America Great Again. How about Make America Cook Again? Because we need help. If there's a recipe book designed for college students that has to have a recipe for scrambled eggs, we are screwed. We are so terribly screwed. So pull your head out of your butt. And I would recommend this book. I would recommend it. Alright, y'all. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got a kick out of that. I know I sure did. Clearly. Forgive me. Alright. Have a good one, y'all. Till next time, Big Country with Big Country Survival. Signing out. God bless.